Satnam, my beautiful friends, how y'all doing? You know me, Spiritman J.T, here to bring you love, light, truth, predictions, and prophecy. But beforehand, be sure to like this video down below if you do like this video, and also subscribe by hitting the subscribe button, the bell, and then all to ensure you actually get notifications. And even if you think you do, double check. People do mysteriously become unsubscribed. But also down below, you'll find the links to my October newsletter, which you could subscribe to, along with upcoming master classes that help you connect with Spirit on a deep level of journeying with them, your guides, angels, allies, or the Transform into Abundance workshop below. So, also below, you'll find all of the links to all my social media, including the Awaken Your Spirit community on Subscribestar. I love and appreciate each and every one of you for your love and support, no matter how you may provide that. And thank you for your comments that you leave below. So let's move on to today's content. So this is very important information that I have for you all today. This goes back to predictions I made, going back to January 2020. And even in February 2020, I put out a dire urgent warning for people to begin stocking up for food, knowing that we were going to go on lockdown. But also, I talked about power outages and how that's going to work. And then throughout this year, I got the information of what's going to happen during the winter months when they really basically starve people out and, freeze people to death. So there's validation that I'm going to show you in this content. And then I'm going to elaborate on those predictions and tell you more. This is all in hopes to help awaken people to be prepared to take care of our seniors and those that can't take care of themselves, and to ensure, because as a community, and as coming together is the only way for us to get through the times that are ahead of us. So check this out first. One of many articles that are coming out now warning you already and letting you know about major power outages that are coming in their roundabout way of doing things. This one from the Associated Press talks about Puerto Rico and how they are fuming right now as power outages are threatening the health, work, school, and safety of their citizens. Major power outages. It's not even winter time yet. Wait until winter comes. With the price of fuel and coal and everything. So here's this article dated September 27th, 2021. BBC News, power cuts hit homes in northeast China. Are they trying to tell us something by having these different articles up about power outages? This article talks about residents in northeast China who are experiencing unannounced power cuts as electricity shortage, which initially hit factories, spreads to homes. And as we read further down, nearly 100 million people that live within 3 provinces. And then down here, ventilators suddenly stopped working and sent 23 staff members to the hospital with carbon monoxide poisoning. So is this a warning for us? Is China blacking out their own country and, putting their people in the cold? And is that coming to America and Canada and the rest of the world? Folks, it sure is. Now this here is the creepiest article of all. By the New York Times, put out on October 5th, 2021. A scary energy winter is coming. But don't blame the Greens. This article, again, I'll leave the links down below, but look down here. Natural gas and coal prices in Europe and Asia just hit their all-time levels on record. Oil prices in America hit a 7-year high. U.S. gasoline prices are up $1 a gallon from last year. If this winter is as bad as some experts predict, and some psychics as well, with some poor and middle classes unable to heat their homes, I fear we will see a populist backlash to the whole climate green movement. The article goes on here and says this winter, people are going to die of cold. As the energy prices go higher, the costs will fall disproportionately upon the poorest in society. Income inequities will be dramatically exposed as the most vulnerable in society face a stark choice to heat or eat. This winter, the UK is likely to be on its knees begging for energy wherever it's available. Europe will be in most trouble. Interesting, right? My friends, this is just a little taste, a small taste of what they are putting out in front of us, warning us like they did with Texas, in the beginning of 2021. That's coming back to Texas. All the more reason to, again, pay attention to the content that I put out and the warnings. I put this out back in January 2020 to prepare for food shortages and everything that's to come. So check out this about the food shortages right now that you should be concerned about and that should have you getting ready and preparing by buying the goods that you need to keep your family fed, safe, and warm during the wintertime. This article was just put out a day ago. Today happens to be October 10th, 2021. Experts warn food shortages are coming to Texas. Why Texas? Why are they always picking on Texas? Well, let me tell you, my friends in Texas, you're going to want to make sure you subscribe below and check out my weather video that's coming up over the next week, because I got some warnings for Texas and the rest of the country as well. But if you've recently shopped at a grocery store in Texas, you probably noticed a few empty shelves. Why just Texas? That happens to be everywhere, right? But this is a creepy part of the article I really wanted to point out to you. Several restaurants in Texas are already hiring robots to deal with the staff shortage. Robots to put in place of us working, to make us dependent on the government. So, food shortages just in Texas? I think not. This article, put out 17 days ago, experts warn of major food shortage in the United States. It's almost identical to the Texas article I just showed you. This article was from earlier this year, May 11th, 2021. So many shortages, a list of consumer goods affected by the supply chain interruptions. We have chicken on the list, chlorine, as we know, and I've talked about earlier this year, computer chips, gasoline, ketchup. Why ketchup? Ketchup of all things. Lumber prices skyrocketed. They started to come down just a little bit, but I'm sure they're going to go back up again. Metals, steel, and the list goes on and on. And that's for May. This list only just quadrupled in size. So I come to you here today to show you this truth of what's happening, what I predicted in 2020 that's now falling into place. And these winter months are going to get even more severe with shortages and everything else with the blackouts and all that's yet to come. So I urge you, my friends, to prepare. Make sure your family and make sure our seniors are taken care of. And you can prepare in many ways by buying foods that are like dry foods, like dry beans, sauce, like pasta sauce, and lots of pasta. Because again, there's shortages on flour coming, and then that's just going to make it even more difficult to find things like pasta. So, dry goods are really good. They can be stored for a long period of time. Here's some other things that you really need to be prepared to have. You should have to be prepared for the winter months, of course, is lots of candles. Keep in mind, candles can also warm up small rooms. Propane and a stove of some sort that you can cook on if you don't have propane in your home already. Little camping stoves, if there's not a shortage on those, work great for cooking, or if you grill food on your grill, but have backup propane. And a little heater that runs on propane to have handy just in case there's a power outage and you have no ability. Because remember, heating systems run on electricity even if you have gas or propane. Batteries, and of course flashlights, and if you have rechargeable flashlights, make sure that they're charged at all times. And of course, food that's easy to prepare, easy to cook. And then don't forget about our pets. Make sure you have stock and food for your pets as well.
We're about to go into a dark winter.
So my beautiful friends, this is all about putting out information, validating predictions, but knowing and telling you, no matter where you are in the world, this winter is going to be tough. Going into 2022 especially. That's why it's important to stay, up to date with my content and predictions and my annual New Year's Day predictions to let you know what's going on. But most importantly is that you're prepared. And as long as you're prepared, you don't need to plug into the fear or the worry. As long as you know that your family will be safe and warm and have food, that's what matters the most at this point in time as we go into the winter months. And as I always tell you, celebrate life, celebrate you, celebrate the amazing you that you are, that you can be, that you are in the future, and the amazing blessings and miracles. A flow of abundance, joy, and happiness each and every moment of every day. The more you do, the more blessings and miracles you will experience. Amen. The more we bitch and complain, the more the universe will give us to bitch and complain about. The more we fear, the more there will be to fear. Until the next time, subscribe down below. Much love and gratitude to all of you. Namaste.